So this guy believes that Schmeck slaves were a part of God's plan. And the reason why the Schmeck slave is necessary is because without that horrible circumstance, we would not appreciate the good circumstances. That's fucked up. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that there's suffering in heaven? Because by your theory, there has to be suffering in heaven. Otherwise, how would the angels worship and appreciate and be grateful for God? So you're saying that a baby that comes out can't experience joy until they experience suffering? And also, by your logic, everybody who experiences trauma and suffering would come out happy and grateful and full of life. But they don't, honey. No, they usually come out traumatized and bitter and even broken. I do not think that suffering is essential for joy and gratitude. But also, we can't even test this theory. We can't run a version of human history where nobody suffers and see how they do. But when I look at animals, I see that, like, my dog can experience great joy without ever having experienced suffering. And kids who were raised in safe, beautiful, loving home environments can still laugh, play, and experience wonder without having experienced trauma. Suffering is just something that happens because that's life. Evolutionary wise, I believe that pain evolved as a survival technique so that we avoid fires, predators, poison. And then joy and pleasure evolved to reward survival behaviors like eating, bonding, reproducing. I don't think they're dependent on each other. They're just parallel systems. And if you say that slavery and rape and genocide exist so that other people can be grateful for their freedom and their safety, you're saying that God discriminates. You're saying that some people exist just to suffer so that other people can learn their lesson in life. Because there are people that are born and suffer their entire life, whether they're born into sex trafficking communities and they stay there forever, or they're born with debilitating pain for their entire life. Your theory creates hierarchies of value among people, and your theory gives God a very bad reputation. I don't think that suffering has to be justified. It just is. It's just a part of life. And you want to romanticize it, but I want to relieve people from suffering. And so should God. I think it is our job to build a world where joy and gratitude can exist without relying on the misery of others. But you're trying to harmonize the scriptures and interpret it a way to make you feel better because you know that the Bible gives God a bad reputation.